All right, so continue on. Um, Continue to read from this calendar here by Marianne Williamson. So love is what we are both born with. Fear is what we learn here. The spiritual journey is the relinquishment or unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love back into our lives. Love is what we are born with. Fear is what we learn here. The spiritual journey is the relinquishment or unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love back into our lives. Love is what we are born with. Fear is what we learn here. The spiritual journey is the relinquishment or unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love back into our lives. So let's slow down and listen to these words here. And because, like I said, we cannot just read these things one time and expect to get them or understand them. You will never understand them that way. Your conscious mind probably will, but your subconscious mind won't get it, and you won't make your life would not be much of a difference. It will be the same as it was last year and the year before. All right, so let's slow down here and let's listen to this and see if we can break this down and see if we can understand it. She said love is what we are born with. So we were born with love. Fear is what we learn here. So we weren't born with fear is not something that we were born with. We learn. Fear is a learned emotion. The emotion of fear, we learned it. And she said the spiritual journey is the relinquishment or unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love back into our hearts. So we have to learn again how to love. Love is the opposite of fear. If we want to get rid of fear, we have to accept love back into our hearts, right? So there you go. We know that love. So this is what we are learning from this right now. What we are learning, me and you both are learning right now, that love is what we were born with. So we were born with love. Fear is what we learn here, mean in this world here. When we came out into this world, we hear all types of don't do this, don't do that, don't go there, don't talk to these people, don't talk to strangers. You know, it's always these don't do's. Do not do this, do not do that. So over a period of time, we develop all these walls and we lock out people and places and friends. Perhaps these people would could open up doors for us, but because of fear we never even want to go talk to them. You never even want to go talk to somebody. You have something to sell, you don't want to talk to the person so you could make the sale, so you could get the money. Fear. You don't want to start a business because you are in fear. You don't want to get the house because you're in fear. You don't want to go be in a relationship because of fear. So fear is called lack of love. We have to get rid of that, and we have to unlearn fear. And when we unlearn fear, what's going to happen? So, when we let go of fear, we have to accept love back into our hearts, because we were born with love and we learned fear after. Fear took the place of love. So now we are in fear. We are living in fear. Fear of pandemic, fear of terrorists, fear of whatever fear fear tactic the society can come up with. So now we know that when you are in fear, there is no love and there is no growth. There is no spiritual growth, by the way. If you are in fear, you want to grow spiritually, then you have to accept love back into your heart, because you were born with love. That's natural. That's natural to you. That's something that you were born with. Fear must go. All right. So let's begin to work on this, self-love, loving yourself and loving others, loving your environment, the animals, the sun, the trees, the plants, the rivers, the oceans, because they are all beneficial to us. We weren't taught how to love, but we were taught how to be in fear. That's the reason why most of us probably are not growing, because fear is, you cannot grow when you are in fear. Fear is fight or flight. There is no growth going on there. Love, that's how you grow. So let's start um, showering ourselves in love and happiness and joy. All right. Looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye bye.